All right. All right. You guys all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Clap in 3, 2, 1. All right.
Mint.
Someone else got to fucking hit this shit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode. Sorry.
Hold up. I don't think that should be the one.
Try again.
All right.
Oh my lord.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the Barking Boys. With me, as always, is Hard Hat and Steven. And today we got a few interesting topics coming your way, including pastafarianism and some other fun stuff. So let's get right into it.
A pasta what?
I think you should explain. I think this one's a
Yeah,
pretty big one.
no,
to
I
start
guess this
out
will be a
with.
good start.
Yeah,
You know
so-
what Rastafarianism, right? You've heard of that? It's like the weed smokers in the
peace
island
loving-
country down south.
Jamaica.
They're called Rastafarians. Yeah. They're called Rastafarians. But anyways,
Continue on with your
So-
pasta fairyisms.
Pastafarianism is literally just satire of a different religion. It's started as a parody of intellectual design, or just a satire of just other religions and that idea. And it was made by a 24-year-old physics student in Kansas named Bobby Henderson, and he founded the whole fucking thing. And it was created as an open letter to the Kansas State Board of Education in which he parodied the concept of intellectual desigin. And he sent it to them. He's like, hey, this is just about as legit as the rest of the stuff, right? So, we're all, if he was trying to do it to prove a point or to kind of be a little
it was
smart ass
the
about
kind
it.
of shit that would have got you like hanged if
Yeah.
you were like in the 1800s or whatever.
Yeah. And so that letter leaked online and became a whole fucking religion from there. It just people started following it and were cool about it. So this is the Church of FSM. The basic idea is
Hold up.
Matt-
What does FSM stand for?
Matthew, if you would.
the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
There we are.
It is made up of noodly appendages, 2 eyes with stalks, and 2 big meatballs. It has created everything in existence. It maintains gravity independently. And it inspired the creation of the rotary lawn sprinkler.
Wait, what?
The rotary lawn
The rotary
sprinkler
lawn
was divinely
sprinkler.
inspired. That's
By
what he's
divine
saying.
intervention. The version of heaven that this this following has is has a beer volcano and a stripper factory. So if you do well,
Dude, sign me up. Beer volcano.
Dude, some guy went to church and he's like, I don't think we're gonna do that. I think I'm gonna make my own church with blackjack and strippers.
it's just throwing shit at the wall and it's just the best. So as well as that, this religion has a God back guarantee, which is basically a 30-day trial period. If you're not if you're not satisfied with this religion and its followings and teachings, your God will probably take you back, is how it's put.
Probably.
It's also very firm on independent thinking and free will. I would be terrified if it wasn't. It has its own version of the 10 Commandments, which it's.
Do you have them available?
Yes. Oh,
I would
yes.
very much love to hear
Oh
them.
yes. Oh my God. That's the best part. So it started with. It was the 10 Commandments as somebody was walking down a mountain with 10 tablets, dropped 2 of them, and then there were 8. So now there was only 8 commandments left. The man's name, he was a pirate named Mosey. He dropped, and the pirate thing we'll get into. There's a reason for that too. So the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster teaches about Mosey the pirate, and he receiving 10 stones and then becoming 8 as advice from the Spaghetti Monster. And of these original 10, there's 8 left, and they call them rather, I really rather you didn't. Instead of the 8 tablets.
I'd really rather you didn't.
Yeah, I'd really rather you
murder
didn't.
somebody.
just don't do that,
Please don't.
It accounts for the flimsy moral standards of the fucking religion. So
The flimsy moral standards. Yeah, man, that's a selling point to me. Actually,
it's so I have the 8 here. The one.
Okay, here we go.
It's you didn't act like a sanctimonious hoiler than thou'st asked when describing my noodly goodness. If some people don't believe in me, that's okay. Really, I'm not that vain. Besides, this isn't about them, so don't change the subject. As two, I'd really rather you didn't. I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and or, be mean to others. I don't require sacrifice, and purity is for drinking water, not people. The third is...
Dude, I'm gonna piss. This is very funny.
This is great.
I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way they look or how they dress or the way they talk or, well, just play nice, okay? Oh, and get this through your thick heads. Women equal person, man equal person. Samey. One is not better than the other unless we're talking about fashion, and I'm sorry, but I gave that to women and some guys who know the difference between teal and fuchsia.
Some guys. That's a good bit. And some guys. There's just a few of them, but they're out there.
Yeah, I'm not one of them, but
I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. And for anyone who might object, I think the expression is "go fuck yourself" unless they find that offensive. In which case they can turn off the TV for once and go for a walk for a change.
I'm being converted as you speak.
Dude, I fucking...
This has a lot of excellent selling points.
It definitely
this
does.
is a spiritual awakening for me.
The number 5 is I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted I really wish you didn't challenge the bigoted, misogynistic, hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Eat, then go after the bastards.
It'd been even better if they said, eat pasta or something and then go fuck them up or something.
Oh, there's things about that.
I mean, hold up, hear me out. Would it... from what I get, it's pretty chill, so, it's probably not a big deal, but, would it be, heresy to eat pasta?
Because you're eating your god?
I mean, if it's the antithesis to Christianity, right? That's then, probably not a great thing. Maybe don't.
So from my... I don't have it on my notes, but from some of the research that I was looking into, we, in this religion, are all noodles in of ourselves and are made of pasta. So, it doesn't seem like it's very, go for it type. It seems like it's, maybe don't eat pasta.
It's like people with the password Troubadour829, where it's maybe it's not a great idea. Maybe I'm just doing this because it's a funny joke from an XC or an XK or XKCD comic, but also it's funny. So I'm all in.
It gets even better. Hold on, I found they have
fantastic.
They have an image that is like a meme off of the Christian.
The creation of Adam or whatever.
The fish
between the.
The fish.
Oh, fuck it, the Jesus fish. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jesus fish. There you go. There's the
that is very funny. Oh my goodness. You to identify, you have to draw this whole image with your foot and then also the letters. Oh, it's too good.
So I have.
I think we should all get one for our cars.
Yes.
I'm getting the book. I'm just gonna have it just to say that I have it. It's so funny.
Don't fucking read it or anything. That's the problem with most religious people, right? Nah, dude, I have it just to say I have it. You read the fucking thing.
True,
Lord.
I have for number 6. If I really rather wish you didn't build a multi-million-dollar church.
Can you send me a link to the book, by the way?
Dude, this book is great.
That's rule number 6.
Don't build a multi-million-dollar church, temple, mosque, shrine to my noodly goodness when the money could be better spent. Take your pick. Ending poverty, curing disease, living in peace, living with passion, and lowering the cost of cable. I might be a complex carbohydrate, omniscient being, but I enjoy the simple things in life. I ought to know I am the creator. And 7 is saying, I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people I talk to you. You're not that interesting. Get over yourself. And I told you to love your fellow man. Can't you take a hint?
The great pirate Solomon.
Oh, dude, there's so much.
Oh, dude, it's hard to get through because it's just so funny. Every little piece I uncover is just absurd.
Dude,
do they have a website? They do spaghettimonster.org.
The website reads like a fucking child's book.
I am okay. So real quick, just doing some brief...
perks of being a Pastafarianism. Every Friday is a religious holiday.
Oh hell yeah!
No dues. Beer volcano in the afterlife.
Yes, sir.
Pirate regalia at formal functions.
Okay, so I like their naming of their books. You know how you have First Ecclesiastes chapter whatever in the Christian Bible. We have Suggestions 1:1, and then Slackers 1:51 through 52. Then that comes from the book. Okay, apparently there's 2 books that make up their Bible, or their in quotations Bible. One is called the Loose Cannon, and the other one is called where'd it go? Oh, the Holy Book of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yep, yes, sir.
Oh, holy shit! This is how I should have gotten ordained. For $60, you can become a minister.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So we have the final fucking what the fuck is it called? I'd rather you didn't. I'd really rather you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you are into stuff that uses a lot of leather or lubricant or Las Vegas, if the other person is into it, however, pursuant to number 4, then have at it, take pictures, and for the love of Mike, wear a condom. Honestly, it's a piece of rubber. If I didn't want to feel good when you did it, I would have added spikes or something.
The fuck?
I'm gonna send you this picture I found of Charles Darwin with a photoshopped fucking...
The fucking strainer?
That's too good. Oh, the graphics on their website.
Oh,
so
dude,
it
gets even better. Matthew, don't they wear like spaghetti strainers out in public?
So that's a fucking
You wear one in
part.
your it's perfectly acceptable to do one in your like driver's license photo.
Yeah, it's fucking religious freedom. It represents the religious expression from that church. And wearing a colander on your fucking head. It's so fucking wild.
I am 800% sure this is the flying spaghetti monster in Second Life. That is so good.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, this has been recognized in Netherlands, New Zealand, and Poland. This is an official religion in those places. Sadly, it's not the United States yet, but we're getting there.
Okay, here's some...
Well, we claim that, we're a free country. But if it's like you're a Christian white man, you can do whatever you want. But like in between that, nah.
In February 2013, a Pastafarian was denied the right to wear a spaghetti strainer on his head for his driver's license photo by the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission, which stated that pasta strainer was not on the list of approved religious headwear.
It is now, right?
In
Am I going
August...
insane?
I don't know
it
yet.
is now you can now wear it, but it's still not recognized as a religion.
Yeah, in 2013, Eddie Castillo, a student at Texas Tech University, got approval to wear a pasta strainer on his head in his driver's license photo. He said, "You might think it's some sort of gag or a prank by a college student, but thousands, including myself, see it as a political and religious milestone for all atheists everywhere."
That's fucking insane.
I mean, that's the whole point, right?
I like how it's Texas Tech though too, because I mean that's right next to it's close to us.
The old home, yeah.
Speaking of pirates,
the stained glass is so good. The little stained glass images that
the
people
fucking
have
mosaics. It's so the pirates are a pretty pivotal role in the religion for whatever reason.
I'm sure there's a reason.
Global warming and pirates perfectly correlate.
What?
There was less global warming without pirates, and now there are fewer pirates, so there's more global warming.
Nah, he got a point though. Hold on.
Followers are taught to revive the lost art of pirating. That's what the pirate regalia is, and that also means dressing and talking like a pirate.
Listen, there
was people, I think it was Australia or New Zealand too, they got married under this church. they were both dressed as pirates and saying they were fucking noodly appendages and shit and thanking their fucking pasta god or whatever. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. And they did it in fucking pirate outfits and pirate accents. It's the best, dude. It's...
Oh my god, a U.S. Army ID tag or a dog tag listed atheism slash FSM as the religious belief system preference on his dog tags. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Holy shit.
Like, let's pray for this man.
I wanted to read you guys before I finish off with the topic.
Do you have the prayer?
I do not have the prayer.
Oh my god, we need to read the prayer. Here, let me send it to you. Fucking let me find it real quick.
I'll read you guys the first 3 sentences of what the church starts off with, because it's the most ridiculous shit I've ever read. This is the official Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, spaghettimonster.org. The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, after having existed in society for hundreds of years, came into the mainstream just a few years ago, with millions, if not thousands, of devout worshippers. The Church of the FFSM is widely considered a legitimate religion, even by its opponents, mostly fundamentalist churches, who have accepted that our God has larger balls than theirs. Some claim the church is purely a thought experiment or satire, illustrating that intelligent design is not science, just a pseudoscience manufactured by Christians to push creationism into public schools. These people are mistaken. The Church of FSM is legit and backed by hard science. Anything that came across as humor or satire is purely coincidental. It's the fucking best.
Oh, man. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, so I about died reading this prayer.
Can someone read it aloud, please?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta clear my... I got this one. I want to read this one. Our pasta, who art in colander, draining be your noodles.
Do you not know how to say colander?
Is it colander? I thought it was colander.
That's that thing they put on their head. It's a colander.
Okay,
and
colander.
that's how you drain your noodles.
Well, yeah, I know it's... I thought
Sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to make sure it's done properly.
Yeah, no, we got to do this.
important.
No. Yeah. Okay, so it's colander? Or colander? Colander. All right, I'm going to redo this because, we got to respect this. Our pasta, who art in colander. I think I fucked it up.
He fucked it up, and he missed an A. Here, I got you.
No, yeah, you go ahead.
Our pasta, who art in colander, draining be your noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum, on top some grated parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trample on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. For thine is the meatball, the noodle, and the sauce, forever and ever. Ramen.
Ramen.
Fucking ramen.
Yep.
Okay, so the Barkin boys have taken on a new religion. Not only are we gonna, figure out how to go to some wild ass alien thing where, what was that alien thing we talked about last episode where they like had the
the fucking Green Man Festival?
The festival.
Yeah, the Kentucky, we're gonna do it
Dude,
in pirate gear and a colander.
Yes, exactly.
meet us there, yeah.
Yeah, meet us there.
We gotta take a boys trip that away one of these days, just to fucking say we did. Right? Like,
is there a church somewhere that we can visit?
I wonder how many churches there are of Pastafarianism.
I think that's against what they were trying to do was build churches.
That's right. Wait, hold on. The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
I think there's only one.
That's the website.
There's got to be just the one, right? That'd be.
SpaghettiMonster.org, yeah.
Dude, it'd be hilarious if it was just like an old Italian restaurant they converted into a church.
I think it would be funny if you just walked in and it was just like a fucking Fazoli's. Like that would do it for me.
By the way, you can become a minister just by buying it. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah, it's $60. Well, that's true with every religion.
Right.
I don't want to break it to you, but
I was about to say
religious attire request generator. So I found this thing, and it's navigating workplace dress codes, Pastafarian's Guide to Religious Expression, and somebody made a letter writing generator, and this was like last month. You just put in your name and shit, and it generates you a nice letter saying, "I request to wear pirate gear at work," because
It's part of my religion.
Exposing tattoos and piercings with long, unkempt hair and beards. I required to wear the colander or tricorn headwear and pirate regalia.
Yo, imagine I'm dressed like that. I am here to fix your car, and I am just dressed in full Pastafarianism gear. You're just pirates.
Well, you gotta act seriously too, right?
Yeah,
you gotta be right on the fucking level.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
And you can't question my fixing abilities.
Your religious expression.
I think your coworkers would just stomp you to death in the back lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think you would get ganged up on by a bunch of people holding wrenches. Like,
listen, with the guys that I work with.
Oh my god, there's a gospel you can purchase.
Yes. Oh my god, we can sing. The next episode we will be singing Flying Spaghetti Monster Gospels. No, I'm just kidding.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Okay,
yeah, that's
a steal for fucking eternal fucking beer mountain and.
That's the
volcano.
They made.
Yeah, beer volcanoes. There's fucking statues of it.
I would like to read a sample.
Yes, please read us a sample.
Okay.
Hold up.
Then
Read
ask
sample.
yourself, who's making these arguments anyways? ID proponents. I'm not gonna read that. That's too intense. That's some real language right there.
That's some real language.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Show me
Alright,
something I can just like put on my chest and say I'm one of them. I don't actually want to read. I gave you too much shit earlier. I'm sorry. I gave up at the first sign of like.
I click on it and scroll down to. Man, hold on. I'll read a page. I'll read a small deal.
Right.
What if it is he pushing us down with his noodly appendages that causes this force? He is invisible, remember? He is undetectable by current
invisible,
instruments. So in
remember?
theory, it is possible. I think they're talking about gravity.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
bends down
obviously.
all gravity.
Yeah.
He is.
And the fact that
he
the
single-handed, multi-faceted
noodly.
limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that the gravitational powers of the spaghetti monster haven't been disproven makes it all more likely to be true. We can only guess as to his motives, but it's logical to assume that if he is going to such troubles, there is a good reason. It could be that he doesn't want us floating off Earth into space, or maybe that he enjoys touching us. We may never know.
I know he's very fond of midgets. That was something else that I learned.
There's
Wait,
also a second book called The Gospel of Bowtie, a testament of the flying spaghetti monster. So it's like the fucking divinely revealed, and then is the author's name. That's so fucking funny.
This has been
shit.
great. This has been great.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
I'm sold. I'm past sold.
I'm ready to get a fucking colander right now. Let's go.
Oh my god. Okay, so now y'all have heard of a religion that, believes in spaghetti monsters and spaghetti is holding us down to the earth. I'm going to try to perform a transition here. Have y'all ever heard of the movie Christine?
Yes.
Stephen King's Christine.
Stephen King's?
Isn't it not Stephen King's Christine? Who wrote Christine?
I mean, he very well might have.
I'm pretty sure that Stephen King. It was a Stephen King novel.
It's directed by
Anyways.
John Carpenter.
No,
I haven't seen it. But what's it about? What's going on here?
Okay, so the preface in the movie Christine is about a haunted car, and like this kid finds this rundown car behind a house. He doesn't have a car. He buys it off of this guy and was like, turns out he goes through, rebuilds it, whatever. Well, the car, in just short words to say, it falls in love with him in a way because it becomes sentient, or it was sentient, and it kills a bunch of people. The car itself, and then it becomes alive, and it was alive. It killed, and it just kills a bunch of people or whatever. It's a pretty good movie. Y'all haven't seen Christine? Go out and watch it. It's pretty good. Car kills people and whatnot. But it was actually brought about by an actual vehicle in real life. This is where he got inspiration to write the book, Christine, because it was a book before they did the movie. And it was a car named the Golden Eagle. It was a 1964 Dodge 330 LE. It was ordered by a police station, the Old Orchard Beach Police Department. They ordered this car, and it was going to be a patrol car. And 3 police officers, each of them who took the car out on patrol, went back to their house and unalived their entire family and themselves.
Jesus Christ.
All three of them that took the car out. So after the third one, committed the unaliving, they sold the car. They panicked and they sold the car at auction to a local man. Wait, hold on. Do we have more on the Pastafarianism real quick?
Yeah, there's just one more thing, but it's not important. We can bring it up here in a second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I read that line and it has to be shared.
No, hold on. This has to be stopped right in the middle. I have to read this. The Pastafarianism hell is similar, except that beer is stale and the strippers have sexually transmitted disease.
Why is it global warming?
Yeah, I accidentally copied the next section, but
There it is.
No. I'm sorry. So
No.
it was based on a police car in Orchid, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever. So
sorry,
it was a
I already
police car.
lost the name of the place.
Yeah,
We killed this whole family.
Old Orchard Beach Police Department. Anyways, it was sold to another man. The guy doesn't really matter because nothing really happened with him. But then the car went
dude,
to...
he was fine, man. He just,
for some
he
reason
banged
he
it
was
out
okay.
with that car and they got along.
Yeah.
I think he banged it out. I think that's what it was.
He just, fucked the car. Eventually the car made it into the hands of a local family known as the Allens. Specifically into the hands of Wendy Allen, who was a self-proclaimed sea witch.
What the fuck?
I don't know what a sea witch is. I know what a witch is, but I don't know what a sea witch is.
Think about like what they do, except it's like more ocean themed.
It's just in the ocean.
Oh, fair.
But while many owners might have taken caution in inheriting a cursed vehicle, Miss Allen fully embraced the car and its gruesome history.
Mm-hmm.
So she owned the car. She drove it every day to work and didn't have any problems with the car. But the local church thought the car was like possessed, because it killed, it killed all of those families and stuff. They thought that the car was, part of police officers going home and shooting all their family. But
yeah, that's.
So they took it upon themselves to vandalize the car, and it was dubbed the Golden Eagle, by the way. And so they went out to vandalize the car, but every one of them that vandalized the car met gruesome fates. One vandal was struck by an 18-wheeler and decapitated. Several other vandals were killed in collisions with semi-trucks. And I believe 1 or 2 of them was struck by lightning.
What the fuck?
Yeah, one vandal...
So that car might actually have been cursed, but just not in like the typical way, like...
Yeah, it itself wasn't like, I don't know, it's like a, I don't know. But
I don't know. I can't imagine like that had to be, that's not like a fancy car back in the day, right? Like that was like a pretty normal car.
Oh, no, here, I'll show you a picture of the car.
Well, I know what the car looks like. I looked it up, but
okay. Yeah,
I just mean like back in the day it was like a pretty normal, like it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean it was a police car. Like it wasn't anything fancy, it wasn't anything, it was just like your run-of-the-mill vehicle at the time. You saw one every day.
If every like 1 in a million houses is haunted, I mean that has to be true for cars at some point, right?
Right.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm not going to talk about my car, but it definitely needs a cleansing.
There's a difference between haunted and cursed.
Yeah, mine's definitely
but
cursed.
I think all that bad juju has come from you beating on it every time it doesn't work.
You stupid son of a bitch! What?
It's fine. That's why I've only put like 3 or 4 engines in the thing. It'll be fine.
Jesus Christ.
This one will work. I swear to God it will. But it got dubbed the most evil car in America, totaling 14 deaths surrounding the car.
It reminds me of that Supernatural episode about like the racist pickup truck.
Yes.
you
know what's
Yeah.
funny? That's funny. I watched Supernatural today. But so They pushed the car into like the forest or whatever. I guess when they were done with it, because many people.
What else do we do with it?
So many people kept dying around it. But Stephen King has used the car as whatever for his story for Christine. But yeah, that's kind of it on the Golden Eagle. I might trickle in a couple others as well. I have a couple random other cursed cars, but that one is just kind of like out there.
That's like the one. That's the OG cursed car. That car stalled so the others could drive without problems.
Exactly. Oh, God. Golden Eagle has seemed to have been fairly quiet since her rebuild. I guess she was bought and rebuilt. It doesn't say by who. But she...
probably somebody with too much fucking money, because they always do shit like that. They're like, you know what we got time for? A cursed fucking car. You know what I don't have time for? That.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. And that she's just been quiet since then, so it's living somewhere.
Well, that's good.
But
something, I guess.
It could have either been possession or just random coincidence. I don't know. The random coincidence really doesn't strike me whenever 3 fucking police officers go home to shoot their fucking whole family.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I mean, that's like... If they were all from the same place, it could have just been like a bad job, right?
Sure.
Yeah, no, you got a point. It could have just been, hey, this job fucking sucks, and being a police officer, I guess, took a toll on them or something.
I don't know. They weren't even like modern cops. They were like the nice kind that just like walked around and go, "Hey, little Jimmy," and then of course they like beat minorities or whatever they did back in the day. But
I have found so just randomly while I was clicking on one of the stories, I found a website called Jerry, and they do car insurance. And they did a little story.
Is it short for like geriatrics?
I have no idea, but it says insuring your evil car. Whether your Dodge has an accompanying ghost story or not, you'll want great car insurance for it. Jerry is the easiest and most effective way to find a car insurance policy that is customized for you.
This guy's doing an ad and we don't even get paid.
I just did an ad for a company just because they'll
they were like balling, man.
They'll insure my cursed car. I need to call them. I need a shaman for my cars. Hey, wait, Matthew, become like a Pastafarian shaman or whatever. And come out and fucking pull the evil out of my damn car.
Throw fucking tomato sauce at it, see how it goes.
I'm gonna get into the car someday. There's just gonna be fucking raw pasta in my driver's seat.
You didn't pray hard enough.
Nah, he's invisible.
True. I'm always there.
You would just like feel... It's like this is where the feeling spaghetti in your feet comes from or whatever, right?
Like, I'm there, remember?
Yeah, don't forget, please. I would really prefer if you didn't, but I guess you can. Not too bad. Well, you mind if I wrap us up?
Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead.
All right. So I want to talk about not anything particularly haunted, just more on like back to the conspiracy kind of thing that I like a lot. Right. Georgia Guidestones. Ooh. So what it is, or I guess at this point was a set of just like huge granite slabs with a bunch of shit written on them. And they like also functioned as like a clock, a calendar, and a compass, right? But it was actually made in like 1980. But it was like this dude came in under the name Robert C. Christian, and he like walked into a shop in Georgia, this granite shop, and he said, "Hey, I represent a small group of loyal Americans. I'm gonna commission some work." And they're like, "Dude, you're weird as fuck." So they quoted him like an absurd amount of money, and he just paid it.
What the fuck?
Like right off the bat. And what it was so it's kind of like this triangle type shape. Not like the sides, but the middle, like a Triforce kind of like these 3 stones and then a capstone on top of the middle. And what it is, allegedly, is a structure capable of withstanding catastrophic events like nukes or whatever going off.
Okay.
What the
and allegedly, this guy was a nut. And so they tried to price him out and he didn't do it. And so they made it. And it's set in Elbert County, Georgia. And that's just like, I don't know, some fucking place in the U.S. I don't know if it's near anything important or not. I'm not going to lie to you. But on March 22nd, they set this thing out. And the guys who are like around, I guess they call him a master of ceremonies or whatever, said, in order to avoid debate, we, the sponsors of the Georgia Guidestones, have a simple message for human beings, now and for the future. We believe our precepts are sound, and they stand on their own merit. And then they like cut a ribbon, and then no one ever fucking walked away. Or everybody just like walked away. So a lot of people think it was like a Satanism thing, and the reason they do is because I'm going to read what's written on them. And this is what's written on them in like 6 different languages from the modern time. It's like, what is it? English. I should have wrote this down. I'm sorry, but it's like English, Russian, traditional Chinese, Spanish, Swahili, and Hindi. Then they also did Hebrew, probably because of like Christian whatever.
Right.
And then they also did it in, I think, like 4 old religions or old languages. Those being like Babylonian, Sumerian. I don't think Latin was one of them, actually. But you get the point, just like some old shit. Classical Greek and Egyptian hieroglyphics.
What the fuck?
So there's just like the same shit written all over it. And so it would act as like a Rosetta Stone and a calendar and like Stonehenge, but like modern, that kind of thing. That seems to be why they made it, right? But it's really creepy because this is what the inscription reads. And notably, this is like $400,000 worth of work in granite. Just like sitting in the middle of a field in Georgia. So it's like 10 commandments, basically. The first one is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. The second is guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, which in my opinion sounds kind of like eugenics, but hey, whatever. 3, unite humanity with a new living language. 4, rule passion, faith, and tradition and all things with tempered reason. 5, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. 7, avoid petty laws and useless officials. 8, balance personal rights with social duties. 9, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And 10, be not a cancer on the earth, leave room for nature, leave room for nature. And that's repeated twice, like on the stone.
Damn.
And so you can see, like, so this was made in 1980. At the time, there was a population of like 4.5 billion, and they're saying 500 million. So like, they're like, yeah, that's cool. We need 1/5 of you to survive and 4/5 to no longer be here, right? and then it says, let these guidestones be an age to reason. But it's just so weird. Okay, so yeah, it was Babylonian, Sanskrit, Classical Greek, and ancient hieroglyphics. My apologies.
Classical Greek? What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, just like some old-ass languages and then some new ones.
All right.
And so that's really creepy, and they were just chilling out there. And a lot of different people from a lot of different kind of Christian walks of life. Like, I think there was like some local church was like, this is Satanism. And then some guy was going to be like governor or some shit. He's like, yeah, we need to tear these down. These are wrong. And it's just like, what are these people on about? Like, everybody getting all worked up on these stones. And then in 2022, and this was news to me, like when I was just like catching up on what happened today, somebody blew it up.
Like, an explosive device was detonated at the site, destroying the Swahili Hindi language slab and causing significant damage to the capstone.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, guess that's time enough to tear it down.
Damn,
so,
that sucks.
Yeah.
That shit's
and I mean,
cool.
It's kind of creepy, just a little bit, that they're like, we're gonna make this and then have a bunch of shit that like we'd have to like kill people to accomplish, right?
What's crazy is how much these people like either defaced it or like even in.
Oh yeah, that shit happened all the time. Like, people were so mad about this, just like piece of rock.
Yeah, like one of the spray painted things on here says, "You will not succeed. Jesus will beat you. Death to the New World Order." What the fuck? Oh my god!
So this is one of those, like, I don't know. Let's just call it art for now, just like as a simple way to talk about it. This is one of those pieces of art that just like really pisses off people who just like are entrenched in their own beliefs. Like, they can't take 5 minutes to think, well, maybe someone has different priorities. And I'm kind of on the side that thinks these are creepy as shit, like I said, but at the same time, you have every right to. This is America, and hypothetically, we should allow this shit. You know, if we're going to let all things be equal, we shouldn't just be, like, trashing everything we don't agree with or seems creepy. And sure, maybe, like, okay, so it's $100,000 at the time, which is $400,000 in today's money. That's a lot of money to build a stone, but if you're like a billionaire, that's fucking chump change, dude. That's like $1.50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really.
And if you think you're like the smartest thing ever, you're like, we're gonna build the next Stonehenge. That's kind of badass. Like, like hear me out. If we're just like rich as fuck and we're like, all right, we want a legacy to last. We're not gonna be selfish about it, but we want to make some shit that's just gonna like sit on the earth.
Oh yeah.
And so you do. You spend your money like probably chump change on it. Cool enough, man. Who gives a shit? Go for it. It's not really harming anybody. It's just creeping people out. That's fine. People make creepy shit all the time, man. They had a haunted car, and somebody bought it. Somebody knew that it was haunted, and was just like, "Yeah, man, this is my shit."
Somebody knew that it slaughtered a bunch of people, but you know, it's cool. And then some people are like, "Hey, let's put a strainer on our heads," and they went along with it. I still can't get over it.
Yeah, there's some like astronomical shit too. Like there's a hole that points to the North Star, and like you can kind of like figure out where you are in the universe or whatever with some of it, but it's not like, from what I understand anyways, it's not too like intense. Like it's not something that like geniuses, like we had to like gather up all the greatest scientists in the world to make. It's just kind of like normal shit. Yeah, I don't know. For sun worshippers and cult worship and for devil worship is what a local minister called it, to quote what I was talking about earlier.
Damn.
But some people got really mad about this shit, man.
Like really mad. Like politicians got involved about it.
Shit's fucking dope. That's fun.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just crazy that they just blew it up.
Well, I mean, like, I think that's a part that probably scares me more than the actual monument itself.
Yeah.
It's the, I mean, like, sure, the whole Age of Reason thing is one of those pie-in-the-sky, Gilded Age type thoughts where you can really think about living in an age of reason if you're not fucking poor and starving, right? Like, you don't have to club someone to get your fucking meal. You can be reasonable as all you want. But that's not always the case, right? But, like, we want to think that one day we'll live in like a Star Trek type society where we can just kind of talk it out amongst each other for the most part.
It would be nice, but it looks like they want to rebuild it.
Oh, I mean, I think they're just saying that because it was like, oh man, it got bombed under our watch. We better try and
figure it out. This is an aside, but I was reading one of the comments when somebody was talking about the Guidestone being destroyed, and somebody said, "Damn, now I can't fast travel to Georgia."
Oh my god! Oh, dude, is there a is this the CCTV?
Yeah, there's a video of it getting blown up.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy.
It doesn't really look all that bad for what it's worth, but I mean, like, also, if this was supposed to survive like a nuclear blast, they did a shit job.
I was about to say, yeah,
right. Like someone left a fucking backpack bomb right next to it.
Yeah, some redneck and a little bit of black powder, just kind of let it eat.
Good thing they didn't have to fucking Oh my god. Yeah, that shit would have been leveled if it was trying to be put to the test. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
I forgot to mention next to the monument. There's like a little thing on the ground that like talks about it a little, and it's like, yeah, we built this because we want to do cool things, I guess. Okay, so here are the astronomic features that I'm like not so impressed by. There's a channel through a stone which indicates the celestial pole. There's a horizontal slot which indicates the annual travel of the sun, and there's a sunbeam through the capstone that marks noontime throughout the year. Like, I guess that's kind of helpful if you're trying to like keep track of the days passing or whatever, but like past that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too stupid to get why that's significant.
I don't know. It's 1980. Everybody had watches. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah, dude. They had no idea that cell phones were gonna be a thing. Like they couldn't have.
No, but still, like, I mean, it was made in the 1980s. It's not like it's an older deal, like because it's compared to Stonehenge.
Yeah, but it's like a shitty one.
Yeah, it's not
like,
cool.
It's like Yeah, and this one had a bomb go off, and they're like, better tear it down. So it's not that cool, right? Like, better tear it down. So it's not that cool, right? Like, Stonehenge has been around for a while.
Yeah, and this one didn't last. This one, I mean, it lasted 40
Stonehenge
years.
is so baller, though, because, like, what is it, 10,000 years ago, some blokes were just like, mate, let's fucking put a stone on top of a stone. I can't do it British anymore. I can only do Australian, but you get it, right? Like, they're probably
close
drunk.
enough. They're probably drunk.
And so they did, and now it's just kind of chilled out for, like, a while, and that's dope. That's awesome.
Fucking reminds me of the Easter Island heads.
It probably had some pretty cryptic shit written on it back in the day, but enough rains washed it away. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's an odd little oddity that no longer exists now. And what's crazy, it existed last year at this time. That's what's nuts.
That's so unfortunate. Crazy. Damn. I feel like if I had known about it, I probably would have wanted to see it. That's cool. Damn.
I've gotten some like weird like back channel fears from just like the lack of what do you call it? Tolerance.
Yeah.
Towards like weird shit or just like different shit.
I mean, even
especially with a lot of these like ultra Christian things, it's just like, those guys in Iowa making a satire of this, we better go fucking burn it down. You know, like what the shit?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if they're gypsies or people of I think the end result of like this kind of extremism is like Nazism, right? Or some form of it. So we just got to be real careful and be scared of things that aren't reasonable. And now I'm sounding like the people who made the fucking guidestone. So what do I know?
Hey, you never know. Maybe the Barkin boys can come up with their own guidestones. If we just
we're just gonna put the pasta
the
eight recommendations in like 2 different languages.
I'd rather you didn't.
yeah, the I'd rather you didn't.
Hey, you know what? I think to close this out, hear me out, Matthew. You need to read the prayer one more time.
All right.
Yeah, we got to have a good prayer in here, and I'm just here for that one.
All right, ladies and spaghetti men, please bow your heads as we are deep in prayer. Our pasta, who art in a colander, draining be your noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum, on top some grated parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trample on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza, for thine is the meatball, the noodle, and the sauce, forever and ever. Ramen.
Have a good one, fellas.
Dude. Everyone out there, y'all have a good night, a good day, a good whatever.
If you're listening to this in the morning, this is not a morning type podcast, bro. Go fucking watch the news or something.
True.
Come on.
Get some coffee, man. Get some sunlight. Breathe air. I don't know. Do something.
Go take a walk.
Go take a walk. Listen to Apostafarianism. No.
All right. Bye.
Bye.